Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that has shaped my life and can shape yours too. The power of education. Education, knowledge is power, but learning is growth. This simple yet profound statement encapsulates the essence of progress in life. Knowledge gives us the ability to make informed decisions, to navigate the world with confidence, and to hold positions of influence. But knowledge alone is not enough. The true key to personal and professional success lies in continuous learning, the ability to evolve, adapt, and expand one's understanding. Knowledge can be acquired, stored, and used, but learning is the process that keeps us moving forward, ensuring that our knowledge does not become stagnant or outdated. In a world that is constantly changing, what we know today may not be relevant tomorrow. The ability to keep learning is what separates those who lead from those who fall behind. Learning is an active process requiring curiosity, effort, and a willingness to challenge what we think we know. When we choose to learn every day, we allow ourselves to grow beyond our limitations, to push past barriers, and to discover new opportunities that we may never have seen otherwise. Growth is not just about acquiring new information. It is about developing a mindset that embraces change, welcomes challenges, and sees failures as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. One of the most remarkable aspects of learning is that it expands our perspective. When we continuously educate ourselves, we start to see the world differently. We gain insight into different cultures, viewpoints, and ideas. This understanding allows us to make better decisions, build meaningful relationships, and engage with the world in a way that is both thoughtful and impactful. People who stop learning become trapped in outdated ways of thinking, unable to see beyond their immediate experiences. But those who keep learning develop the ability to think critically, to adapt to new situations, and to innovate in ways that create real change. Another essential aspect of growth through learning is its impact on confidence. When you know more, you feel more capable. When you continue learning, you strengthen your skills, sharpen your instincts, and build a foundation of expertise that gives you the confidence to take on challenges. Confidence does not come from simply knowing facts. It comes from understanding how to apply knowledge in real-life situations. The more you learn, the more you trust yourself to navigate complex problems, make important decisions, and take risks that lead to success. Learning is also the antidote to fear. Many people fear the unknown, but the best way to overcome that fear is through education. When we understand something, it no longer feels intimidating. Learning about finances makes money less overwhelming. Learning about health makes fitness and wellness more approachable. Learning about technology makes digital advancements less confusing. Fear often comes from uncertainty, and learning eliminates that uncertainty, replacing it with confidence and clarity. Beyond personal benefits, continuous learning has a profound impact on our relationships. When we engage in learning, we become better communicators, better listeners, and better leaders. We learn to express ourselves more clearly, to understand different viewpoints, and to appreciate the depth of human experience. This allows us to connect with people on a deeper level, to build strong networks, and to inspire those around us. People are naturally drawn to those who have wisdom, and wisdom comes from a lifetime of learning. One of the most important truths about learning is that it is never ending. No matter how much we think we know, there is always more to discover. The most successful people in the world, whether in business, science, sports, or the arts, are those who never stop learning. They are constantly reading, asking questions, and seeking out new experiences. They understand that the moment they stop learning, they stop growing. And when growth stops, progress halts. The key to embracing learning as a lifelong journey is to develop a habit of curiosity. Ask questions, seek answers, challenge yourself to go beyond what you already know. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, engage in meaningful conversations, whatever it takes to expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives. Every piece of knowledge you gain, no matter how small, adds to your ability to grow and evolve. Failure is often seen as a setback, but in reality, it is one of the greatest learning opportunities available. Every mistake holds a lesson, every misstep a chance to improve. When we approach failure with a learning mindset, we no longer see it as a defeat, but as a stepping stone towards something greater. Growth comes not from avoiding failure, but from learning how to rise after falling. Those who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who keep learning from their failures until they find a way forward. At its core, the difference between knowledge and learning is the difference between being prepared and being adaptable. Knowledge allows us to function in the present, but learning prepares us for the future. It keeps us relevant, keeps us moving, and ensures that we never stop improving. The greatest asset you can have in life is not what you know, but your ability to keep learning, growing, and evolving into the best version of yourself. Your mind is your greatest asset. It is the foundation upon which everything in your life is built. Your dreams, your decisions, your relationships, and your success. While external factors such as wealth, status, and resources can contribute to your journey, it is ultimately your mind that determines how far you go. The way you think, process information, and approach challenges shapes the quality of your life. If you nurture and strengthen your mind, you unlock limitless potential. If you neglect it, you limit yourself before you even begin. The mind is a powerful tool capable of turning ideas into reality. Every great innovation, every breakthrough, and every success story begins with a thought. The ability to think critically, solve problems, and make decisions is what sets individuals apart in any field. Those who cultivate their minds through continuous learning, curiosity, and resilience position themselves to thrive in any situation. Intelligence is not just about what you know. It is about how you apply knowledge, how you adapt to change, and how you use challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers. One of the most remarkable qualities of the mind is its ability to grow and evolve. Just like a muscle, the mind strengthens with use. The more you challenge yourself, the sharper your thinking becomes. Engaging in intellectual activities such as reading, problem-solving, and creative expression helps to expand mental capacity. The brain thrives on stimulation, and when you continuously expose it to new ideas, perspectives, and challenges, it responds by becoming more efficient and capable. This is why lifelong learning is essential, not just to stay relevant in an ever-changing world, but to ensure that your mind remains sharp, adaptable, and prepared for new opportunities. Your mind is also the key to your confidence. Confidence does not come from external validation, but from the knowledge that you are prepared, capable, and in control of your thoughts. When you educate yourself, develop new skills, and push past limitations, you build a strong foundation of self-trust, and this trust in yourself allows you to take risks, embrace challenges, and pursue your goals with conviction. A strong mind silences self-doubt and replaces fear with belief, empowering you to step into any situation with certainty and courage. Mental resilience is another invaluable aspect of a well-trained mind. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. The difference between those who break under pressure and those who rise above adversity is mindset. A resilient mind views setbacks as learning experiences rather than failures. It recognizes that challenges are temporary and that persistence leads to success. When you train your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems, you develop the ability to navigate even the most difficult circumstances with clarity and strength. The thoughts you allow into your mind shape your reality. A mind filled with negativity, doubt, and fear creates a life filled with limitation. But a mind fueled by positivity, confidence, and ambition attracts opportunities, growth, and success. This is why it is essential to be intentional about what you feed your mind. The books you read, the people you surround yourself with, and the thoughts you entertain all contribute to the way you perceive the world. By cultivating a mindset that embraces possibility rather than limitation, you set yourself up for a life of achievement and fulfillment. Creativity is another testament to the power of the mind. Every great work of art, every scientific breakthrough, and every groundbreaking invention began in the mind of someone who dared to think differently. The ability to see beyond what already exists, to imagine new possibilities, and to turn ideas into reality is what drives progress. Nurturing your creativity by engaging in exploration, experimentation, and open-minded thinking allows you to tap into the limitless potential of your mind. Emotional intelligence is another vital function of the mind. The ability to understand, manage, and channel emotions effectively influences every aspect of life. From personal relationships to professional success, a well-developed mind is not just about logic and analysis. It is also about empathy, self-awareness, and the ability to connect with others. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate social dynamics with ease, resolve conflicts with understanding, and lead with wisdom. The ability to focus is another determinant of success, and it is controlled entirely by the mind. In a world full of distractions, those who master the art of focus gain a significant advantage. Concentration and discipline allow you to direct your energy toward what truly matters, cutting through noise and avoiding unnecessary detours. A focused mind is a productive mind, capable of turning ambition into action and dreams into tangible results. Your mind is also the source of inner peace. While external circumstances fluctuate, a well-trained mind remains steady. The ability to manage stress, cultivate gratitude, and maintain perspective ensures that you do not allow temporary challenges to disrupt long-term goals. Meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection are powerful tools that help align the mind with clarity and purpose, allowing you to approach life with balance and wisdom. At its core, the mind is the foundation of everything you will ever achieve. By investing in your mental growth, challenging yourself to learn, and training your thoughts to serve rather than limit you, you unlock the full potential of your greatest asset. The stronger your mind, the greater your ability to create the life you envision. The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and those who fail to adapt quickly find themselves left behind. Every industry, every profession, and every aspect of daily life is subject to change. What was relevant yesterday may not hold the same value tomorrow. The only way to stay ahead is to embrace continuous learning and self-improvement. Staying relevant is not just about knowing the latest trends. It is about developing the ability to adapt, innovate, and apply new knowledge in meaningful ways. Change is inevitable, but growth is a choice. Those who choose to evolve with the times position themselves for success, while those who resist change risk becoming obsolete. The most successful people are not necessarily the most talented or the most fortunate. They are the ones who recognize that learning never stops. They actively seek knowledge, update their skills, and remain open to new ways of thinking. In a world where technology is constantly reshaping industries, professionals who invest in their education and skill development maintain a competitive edge. One of the biggest challenges of staying relevant is overcoming the comfort of familiarity. Many people prefer sticking to what they know because it feels safe. However, comfort zones are where growth stagnates. The willingness to step outside of what is familiar, to challenge old ways of thinking, and to embrace new perspectives is what separates those who thrive from those who struggle. The ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is one of the most valuable skills in today's fast-moving world. Another important aspect of staying relevant is the ability to anticipate change. Instead of reacting to shifts in the industry, forward-thinking individuals and businesses are proactive in identifying emerging trends and preparing for them in advance. This requires curiosity, critical thinking, and a mindset that prioritizes growth over complacency. Those who understand that learning is a lifelong journey will always find ways to stay ahead, no matter how the world evolves. Failure is often misunderstood. Many people see failure as a sign of weakness or as a definitive end to their ambitions. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of the journey. Every mistake, every setback, and every rejection holds valuable lessons that contribute to growth. Those who achieve great things are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to be defeated by failure. When we shift our perspective on failure, we unlock its true potential. Instead of seeing it as a setback, we can choose to see it as an opportunity to learn, improve, and refine our approach. Every challenge carries a lesson, And those who pay attention to these lessons develop resilience and wisdom. The most successful people in the world have all faced failure, sometimes multiple times. What sets them apart is their ability to learn from their mistakes and use them as stepping stones toward their goals. Failure teaches us what works and what doesn't. It highlights weaknesses that need to be strengthened and strategies that need to be adjusted. Without failure, there is no growth. People who fear failure often avoid taking risks, which limits their potential. However, true success requires a willingness to step into the unknown, take bold actions, and embrace the possibility of falling short. Every time you fail, you gain experience that brings you closer to success. Another powerful lesson failure teaches is the importance of perseverance. Those who give up after facing obstacles will never experience the full extent of their potential, but those who keep pushing forward, refining their skills and adjusting their approach, eventually break through. Failure is not a permanent state. It is a temporary challenge meant to strengthen character, sharpen skills, and build resilience. By embracing failure as a teacher, we develop the mindset necessary to achieve our highest goals. Your success is a reflection of your knowledge. The foundation of every achievement is knowledge. Success is not a matter of luck or coincidence. It is a result of preparation, understanding, and the ability to apply knowledge effectively. Those who commit to continuous learning open the doors to new opportunities, while those who rely solely on what they already know limit their potential. The more you know, the more you can achieve. Knowledge provides the confidence to make informed decisions. Whether in business, relationships, or personal development, having the right information allows you to navigate challenges with clarity. People who invest in their education, whether formal or self-directed, equip themselves with the tools necessary to succeed in their chosen fields. Knowledge does not guarantee success, but it significantly increases the likelihood of making the right choices, seizing the right opportunities, and overcoming obstacles with intelligence and strategy. The pursuit of knowledge also enhances problem-solving skills. The more we learn, the better we become at analyzing situations, identifying solutions, and thinking critically. In every field, the ability to adapt and innovate is what separates leaders from followers. Those who dedicate themselves to expanding their knowledge stay ahead of the competition because they continuously refine their skills and understanding. Another crucial aspect of knowledge is its role in personal growth. The more we learn about ourselves, the better we understand our strengths, weaknesses, and passions. Self-awareness is a key factor in success because it allows us to make decisions that align with our values and aspirations. When we invest in learning, we gain clarity about our goals and develop the discipline to pursue them with purpose. In a world that rewards expertise and innovation, those who prioritize learning will always have an advantage. Every breakthrough, every advancement, and every success story is built on the foundation of knowledge. Those who make learning a lifelong commitment will always find ways to improve, grow, and achieve greater levels of success. Knowledge is the key to unlocking potential, and the more we seek to learn, the more opportunities we create for ourselves. Confidence comes from competence. The more you educate yourself, the more capable and self-assured you become. Confidence is not something people are simply born with. It is built over time through knowledge, experience, and mastery of skills. When you truly understand something, you feel more secure in your abilities, decisions, and actions. This is why successful individuals often exude confidence, not because they are naturally fearless, but because they have developed expertise in their fields through continuous learning and practice. The connection between competence and confidence is evident in every aspect of life. Imagine walking into a room filled with experts in a particular subject. If you lack knowledge in that area, you may feel intimidated, hesitant to speak, and unsure of yourself. However, if you have invested time in understanding the subject, you walk into that same room with a sense of assurance. You know that you can engage in conversations, share insights, and contribute meaningfully. This transformation is not about changing your personality, but about increasing your knowledge to the point where self-doubt fades away. Confidence built on competence is unshakable. Many people try to fake confidence, but without substance behind it, it quickly crumbles under pressure. Real confidence comes from preparation, from knowing that you have put in the work and developed the necessary skills to handle challenges. Think about public speakers, athletes, or business leaders. They are not confident simply because they believe in themselves. They are confident because they have spent years refining their craft. Their expertise allows them to perform at a high level, and their confidence is a direct result of their competence. One of the greatest benefits of competence-driven confidence is the ability to take on new challenges without fear. When you trust in your skills and knowledge, you are more willing to step outside your comfort zone. Many people avoid opportunities because they fear failure, but when you have built competence, you know that even if you face setbacks, you have the ability to learn, adapt, and improve. This mindset turns challenges into opportunities rather than obstacles. Competence is developed through continuous learning. No one starts as an expert. Every skilled individual was once a beginner. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is the willingness to put in the effort to learn and grow. This means studying, practicing, and seeking experiences that push you to develop new abilities. The more effort you invest in learning, the more natural confidence becomes. It is not forced or superficial. It is the quiet certainty that you are prepared. Another key factor in building competence-driven confidence is experience. Knowledge alone is valuable, but true mastery comes from applying what you have learned in real-world situations. Hands-on experience reinforces learning, deepens understanding, and solidifies skills. Every time you put your knowledge into practice, you become more comfortable and confident in your abilities. This is why doctors go through years of training, why pilots spend countless hours in flight simulators, and why musicians rehearse tirelessly. Repetition and real-world application turn learning into expertise. A critical part of developing competence is embracing mistakes as part of the process. Many people fear failure because they see it as a sign of weakness. But in reality, mistakes are one of the most effective teachers. Every failure provides insight into what needs improvement. The most competent individuals are those who have made mistakes, learned from them, and refined their approach. Confidence grows when you realize that setbacks are not the end, but rather stepping stones toward mastery. Competence also plays a role in decision-making. When you are well-informed, you make better choices. Confidence in decision-making does not come from guessing or hoping. It comes from understanding the situation, evaluating options, and applying knowledge to determine the best course of action. This is why leaders, entrepreneurs, and experts in any field invest time in learning. They know that informed decisions lead to better outcomes. The more knowledge and experience you have, the more confident you become in your ability to make the right choices. The impact of competence-driven confidence extends beyond personal success. It also influences how others perceive and respond to you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence backed by substance. Whether in professional settings, personal relationships, or leadership roles, confidence rooted in competence earns respect and trust. When you demonstrate expertise and reliability, others are more likely to listen to you, follow your lead, and seek your guidance. This is why the most influential individuals are often those who have spent years building their knowledge and skills. Confidence-driven confidence also enhances resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. But when you have developed real skills, you trust yourself to handle difficult situations. Instead of being overwhelmed by uncertainty, you approach problems with a solutions-oriented mindset. You know that even if the path is difficult, you have the tools and abilities to navigate through it. This resilience allows you to keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity. The beauty of confidence built on competence is that it is within everyone's reach. It is not reserved for a select few. It is something that anyone can cultivate through dedication and learning. The more you invest in developing your skills, the more naturally confident you become. It is a process that requires patience and effort, but the results are undeniable. As you gain knowledge and experience, self-doubt fades and self-assurance takes its place. Confidence comes from competence because true belief in oneself is rooted in preparation and mastery. The more you learn, practice, and refine your abilities, the more secure you feel in your capabilities. This is why continuous growth and education are essential, not just for success, but for the unshakable confidence that allows you to take on any challenge, seize every opportunity, and reach your full potential. The thoughts you allow into your mind shape the reality you experience. Your mind is like fertile soil, and the ideas, beliefs, and perspectives you plant in it will grow into the life you lead. If you fill your mind with positivity, ambition, and confidence, you will naturally move toward success. However, if you allow negativity, self-doubt, and fear to take root, they will create barriers that hold you back. The way you think influences the choices you make, the risks you take, and the goals you set for yourself. Your mindset is the foundation upon which everything else is built, and nurturing it with the right thoughts is essential for personal and professional growth. One of the most powerful aspects of the mind is its ability to control perception. The same situation can be seen as an obstacle or an opportunity, depending on your mindset. A person with a negative outlook may see challenges as overwhelming, while someone with a growth-oriented mindset will see them as opportunities to learn and improve. This shift in perception can make all the difference in achieving success. When you train your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. Negativity is like a virus that spreads and weakens the mind. Doubt, fear, and pessimism create limitations that may not even exist in reality. Many people fail before they even start because they convince themselves that they are not capable. The mind is powerful enough to turn these thoughts into self-fulfilling prophecies. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will act in ways that reinforce that belief. However, if you tell yourself that you are capable, strong, and intelligent, you will begin to act accordingly. The thoughts you nurture become the reality you live. Developing a strong and positive mindset requires conscious effort. It starts with self-awareness, understanding the thoughts that dominate your mind and recognizing when negativity is creeping in. The next step is to replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I will find a way." Instead of fearing failure, remind yourself that failure is a stepping stone to growth. Over time, these new patterns of thinking become ingrained, shaping a mindset that fosters confidence and success. The people you surround yourself with also play a crucial role in shaping your mindset. If you spend time with those who constantly complain, doubt themselves, and focus on problems, their mindset will influence yours. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with driven, positive, and solution-oriented people, their energy will uplift and inspire you. This is why successful individuals carefully choose the company they keep. They understand that their mindset is influenced by the environment they create for themselves. A strong mindset does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It means choosing to approach every situation with the belief that you have the power to overcome it. Life will always present challenges, but with the right mindset, you can face them with resilience and determination. When your mind is trained to see possibilities instead of limitations, you begin to attract opportunities that align with your goals. Another key aspect of mindset is gratitude. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your perspective shifts. Gratitude helps to rewire the brain to recognize abundance rather than scarcity. People who practice gratitude regularly develop a more optimistic outlook on life, which directly impacts their ability to achieve success. When you appreciate what you have, you build a foundation for attracting more of what you desire. Visualization is another powerful tool for shaping the mind. The most successful individuals visualize their goals and see themselves achieving them before they even take action. This practice creates a sense of certainty and confidence, making success feel attainable. When the mind believes in a goal strongly enough, the body follows through with action. Visualization helps to eliminate doubt, align focus, and strengthen the motivation to pursue dreams relentlessly. Your mind is not just a passive receiver of information. It is an active creator of your destiny. The way you think influences the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you achieve. This is why it is essential to protect and cultivate your mindset with the same dedication that you would invest in any other area of life. A strong, positive, and determined mindset lays the foundation for everything you wish to accomplish. The ability to control your thoughts is one of the most powerful tools you have. While you may not always control external circumstances, you have full control over how you respond to them. A resilient and focused mind can turn adversity into opportunity, setbacks into lessons, and uncertainty into confidence. This is why personal growth always begins with the mind. If you can master your thoughts, you can master your life. The energy you put into shaping your mindset will determine the success, happiness, and fulfillment you experience. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. While motivation can spark the desire to start something, it is discipline that ensures you stay committed long after that initial excitement fades. Many people rely on motivation to keep them going, but motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes depending on emotions, external circumstances, and energy levels. Discipline, on the other hand, is consistent. It is the internal force that pushes you to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the silent commitment that separates those who achieve greatness from those who only dream about it. Every successful individual understands that discipline is the foundation of long-term success. Talent, intelligence, and ambition mean little if they are not backed by discipline. You can have all the potential in the world, but without the ability to consistently put in the work, potential remains just that, unrealized. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders are not necessarily the most gifted. They are the ones who show up every day, put in the effort, and refuse to quit, even when the process gets tough. They follow routines, build habits, and prioritize progress over comfort. Discipline is about making a choice every single day to do what is necessary rather than what is easy. It means sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term success. It means waking up early to work toward your goals, even when staying in bed feels more comfortable. It means practicing your craft for hours, even when distractions call for your attention. It means staying focused on your vision, even when setbacks make you question whether it's worth it. Discipline is the ability to delay gratification in pursuit of something greater. Building discipline starts with small, consistent actions. Many people believe that discipline requires a massive shift in habits overnight, but in reality, it develops through incremental progress. If you want to build a habit of reading, start with just 5 minutes a day. If you want to become fit, start with a few minutes of exercise daily. If you want to master a skill, dedicate a short, focused time to it each day. Over time, these small efforts compound, leading to significant results. Discipline is not about taking huge leaps, but about taking steady steps forward, no matter how small. One of the biggest challenges people face with discipline is overcoming the resistance of the mind. The brain naturally seeks comfort and avoids discomfort, which is why procrastination and excuses often take over. The key to developing discipline is to train your mind to act regardless of how you feel. The more you push yourself to take action, even when you don't feel like it, the stronger your discipline becomes. It is a muscle that grows with use. Discipline is also about mastering self-control. It requires the ability to say no to distractions, temptations, and anything that does not serve your goals. In a world filled with endless distractions, social media, entertainment, instant gratification, it takes conscious effort to remain focused. Those who develop discipline learn to set boundaries, manage their time effectively, and stay committed to their priorities. They do not let temporary pleasures derail them from long-term success. Another critical aspect of discipline is accountability. When you hold yourself accountable for your actions, you take responsibility for your success. It is easy to make excuses, blame circumstances, or wait for the perfect moment. But disciplined individuals take ownership of their progress. They track their efforts, evaluate their results, and make necessary adjustments. They do not rely on external factors to push them forward. They create their own momentum through consistent effort. The beauty of discipline is that it builds confidence. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Confidence does not come from external validation. It comes from knowing that you can rely on yourself to do what you set out to do. When you develop discipline, you build trust in your own abilities, and that trust fuels even greater achievements. Discipline also creates freedom. Many people think of discipline as restrictive, but in reality, it is what allows you to design the life you want. When you have discipline, you are not controlled by procrastination, laziness, or distractions. You take charge of your time, your habits, and your outcomes. You become the architect of your success. It is important to remember that discipline is not about perfection. There will be days when you fall off track, moments when you feel unmotivated, and times when you question your progress. What matters is not that you never falter, but that you always get back up. Discipline is about persistence, about showing up again and again, no matter how many times you stumble. Success is not built on occasional bursts of effort, but on the discipline to stay committed to your goals every single day. It is the willingness to put in the work, embrace the struggle, and push forward even when no one is watching. The people who achieve the most in life are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment. They are the ones who create it through discipline. Growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is a familiar, predictable space where things feel safe and easy, but it is also a place where progress stagnates. While staying within what feels comfortable might seem appealing, true transformation and success lie beyond that boundary. Every person who has achieved greatness has at some point pushed themselves beyond their limits, taken risks, and embraced discomfort. Growth requires change, and change requires stepping into the unknown with courage and determination. People often resist stepping out of their comfort zones because of fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. The mind naturally seeks stability, avoiding risks that might lead to discomfort. However, the greatest opportunities in life come when you are willing to take a leap of faith. When you challenge yourself to do things that scare you, you build resilience and confidence. You realize that fear is often an illusion, a mental barrier that disappears once you take action. Every time you step beyond what feels comfortable, you expand your capabilities. Imagine a person who has never spoken in public but dreams of becoming a powerful speaker. If they remain within their comfort zone, avoiding situations that require public speaking, they will never develop that skill. However, if they push themselves to speak in front of small groups, then gradually larger audiences, their confidence and ability will grow. This principle applies to every area of life. Whether learning a new skill, advancing in your career, or building relationships, growth is a process that requires stretching beyond your current limitations. The key to stepping out of your comfort zone is embracing challenges as learning experiences rather than fearing failure. Many people avoid discomfort because they see setbacks as proof that they are not good enough. But in reality, failure is one of the greatest teachers. Every mistake provides valuable lessons that contribute to growth. The most successful individuals are those who view failures as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. They understand that every time they take a risk, they either succeed or learn, both outcomes leading to growth. Another important aspect of pushing past comfort is adapting to uncertainty. The future is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome is impossible. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, those who grow embrace uncertainty and take action despite not knowing what lies ahead. They trust in their ability to figure things out along the way. This adaptability is what allows them to seize opportunities that others might overlook. One of the greatest benefits of stepping out of your comfort zone is discovering your true potential. Many people underestimate what they are capable of simply because they have never tested their limits. The human mind and body are capable of extraordinary things, but they need to be challenged to reveal their full strength. When you push past what feels comfortable, you uncover abilities, talents, and resilience that you never knew you had. Each new challenge you overcome adds another layer to your growth, making you stronger and more prepared for future opportunities. Stepping beyond comfort also fosters creativity and innovation. When you do the same things repeatedly, you get the same results. However, when you expose yourself to new experiences, ideas, and challenges, you begin to think differently. Creativity thrives in unfamiliar territory. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history happened because people dared to explore beyond what was known. They questioned norms, experimented with new ideas, and refused to settle for the ordinary. By pushing yourself to try new things, you open doors to fresh perspectives and innovative solutions. Building the habit of stepping out of your comfort zone starts with small changes. You don't have to make drastic shifts overnight. Growth happens through consistent, intentional action. Try taking a different route to work, learning a new skill, or speaking up in meetings when you would normally stay silent. Each small step builds confidence and trains your mind to embrace challenges. Over time, what once felt uncomfortable becomes second nature, and you develop the courage to take even bigger leaps. The people you surround yourself with also play a significant role in this process. If you spend time with those who are constantly pushing themselves, taking risks, and embracing growth, their mindset will influence yours. Being around people who challenge and inspire you helps you see beyond your own limitations. It encourages you to aim higher and take bold steps toward your goals. On the other hand, if you stay in an environment where everyone is content with staying the same, you may find yourself trapped in stagnation. One of the biggest misconceptions about growth is that it happens in comfort. The reality is that every major breakthrough, whether personal or professional, comes from discomfort. Athletes push through pain to build strength. Entrepreneurs take risks to create success, and leaders make tough decisions to drive progress. The willingness to endure short-term discomfort for long-term gain is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. And taking the first step outside of your comfort zone is always the hardest, but it is also the most rewarding. The moment you decide to challenge yourself, you set a chain reaction in motion. Each time you face discomfort head-on, you build resilience, confidence, and adaptability. What once seemed intimidating becomes manageable, and what once felt impossible becomes achievable. Growth is a lifelong journey. And the only way to keep moving forward is by continuously pushing beyond what feels safe and familiar. The comfort zone may feel secure, but it is also limiting. The real magic happens when you dare to explore the unknown, take risks, and trust in your ability to rise to any challenge. Your greatest potential lies beyond your comfort zone, waiting for you to step forward and claim it.